My name is Enwenode Onajite, author of the industry-oriented practical book titled Seismic Data Analysis Techniques in Hydrocarbon Exploration. However, due to the increased use of seismic data in exploration and production of oil and gas, the ability to analyze and interpret seismic data is a very important skill set for graduate geoscientists and reservoir engineers. Good practical knowledge of seismic data would enhance the employability of graduate geoscientists and help geoscientists to contribute faster on the job, as well as function effectively in an integrated geoscience team. This practical book was specifically designed to equip geoscience and petroleum engineering students, as well as young geoscientist professionals that work with seismic data, with the requisite practical knowledge and job-related skill sets on how seismic data is acquired, analyzed, interpreted, and used in the oil and gas industry. These practical books use quality pictures and seismic sections to explain the basic fundamental concepts needed to understand seismic data and how seismic data is used in development and production of oil and gas. This practical book was edited and reviewed by industry geoscience professionals and was recently published by the world-leading provider of scientific and technical materials, Elsevier Publishing Company in the United States of America. Hydrocarbon is fundamental to the economy of most African nations, and the continent of Africa holds huge volume of the world's untapped hydrocarbon resources. Recently, hydrocarbon discoveries have been found in Eastern and Western Africa countries, from Ghana to Sierra Leone and Liberia, as well as Kenya, Mozambique, Tanzania, and Uganda. There has been a burst of frontier exploration activities in Sierra Leone, Liberia, and Gabon, while Simba Energy is exploring for oil in Ghana, Guinea, and Mali. Passage of the petroleum industry bill in Nigeria would lead to massive investment in frontier exploration. All these exploration activities and new discoveries of hydrocarbon within the continent of Africa will open up massive jobs opportunities for young graduate geoscientists within the continent in the nearby future. The application of seismic technology is central to these exploration activities. Therefore, if our young graduates are well equipped with the requisite practical knowledge and job-related skill sets on seismic data, this would enhance their employability into the petroleum industry and help our young graduates to take advantage of the massive jobs opportunities that will be created as a result of new discoveries of hydrocarbon resources. The reality is that most of our graduate geoscientists are devoid of the requisite practical knowledge and job-related skill sets on how seismic data is acquired, analyzed, interpreted, and used in the oil and gas industry, and thereby making most of our graduate geoscientists not suitable for employment. And this has led to increase in unemployed graduate geoscientists. What motivated me to research and author this practical book? In 2009, as a postgraduate student in the university, studying my master's degree in exploration geophysics, I had the deep quest to understand the practical application of seismic technology in the oil and gas industry. I was determined to go into the oil and gas industry to learn how seismic data is analyzed and interpreted. I applied to the industry and I was offered a postgraduate research internship position with Shell Nigeria. In the industry, I focused my research on learning the basic fundamental concepts needed to understand seismic data and how seismic data is used in development and production of oil and gas. I learned everything I could on seismic data from industry geoscience professionals. I attended every technical presentations that has to do with the application of seismic technology in development of oil and gas field, such as how using seismic technology will help reservoir engineers and geoscientists to optimize static and dynamic models of complex reservoirs. The end result of such application of seismic technology would be enhanced recovery of hydrocarbon from the field, better setting of production and injection wells, reduced cost of drilling, and prolonged life of the field. Being aware that geoscience and petroleum engineering students in our universities are devoid of such practical knowledge I was privileged to be exposed to, I began to think about the impact such practical knowledge we have in our young geoscience students in our universities if there's an available practical book on seismic data that students can study with. This thought inspired me to research more on the practical application of seismic data in the oil and gas industry. After about 3 years researching on seismic data, I then used my research findings to author this industry-oriented practical book so that geoscience and petroleum engineering students in our university can have a practical book on seismic data to study with and acquire the requisite practical knowledge and job-related skill sets that will enhance their employability into the petroleum industry, as well as prepare them for the oil and gas industry. The practical book has been published in the United States of America by the world-leading provider of scientific and technical materials, Elsevier Publishing Company. And this practical book is currently being used by geoscience students in universities in the United States and in the United Kingdom, as well as in Asia, but not yet in Africa. People take up challenges to bring smiles to the faces of other people. I took this challenge to research and author this practical book so that hundreds of thousands and even millions of geoscience students around the world can have an industry-oriented practical book on seismic data to study with. Due to the price of this practical book, it would be very difficult for the average Nigerian geoscience students and those in universities in other African countries to have access to this practical book. Now, I need the assistance from the Nigerian government and government of other African countries, as well as the oil and gas industries and OPEC member countries, to help make this practical book on seismic data available and accessible to our geoscience and petroleum engineering students in our universities. Our strength is in the quality of our people, and our future depends on the quality of education our young people are receiving. Thank you for making this industry-oriented practical book available in our universities and thereby helping to improve the quality of graduate geoscientists produced from our universities that will meet the need of the oil and gas industry. Below is a link to this practical book. Thank you and God bless.